Hey guys, so I've been having a lot of experiences recently that have been causing me to fall back onto my chief directive in life, my most underlying intention, or really it's more of a directive. It's what I feel like I'm here for. And I wanted to talk about that and why I think it's so beneficial to at least plant a seed or think about this. If you don't really know, if you don't really have a strong feeling about what really your underlying purpose is, the level below all of the surface, money, relationships, stuff like that. If you don't really feel like you have a purpose here that's been defined, it's good to think about that. And it's good to just sit with yourself or intend to know what it is. And, it really is amazing how just intending to know things that you don't currently know, or, intending to have the solution to the problem present itself to you for anything is super effective. It really works. It's really amazing. It's a tool that a lot of people don't use that is, makes life a lot easier. But so, when I'm talking about a chief aim in life, no one really knows why we're here. Nobody really knows what the purpose of all this is. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of ideas about it. A lot of people have a lot of convictions about it. There's been a lot said about it and written about it. But really, when it comes down to it, there's no definitive answer to that. And so that can make life feel very directionless at times and meaningless. And for me personally, for a long time, but in a far more defined way in the last decade, my prime directive in life has simply been to move forward with whatever that means, with whatever development as a person is, with whatever development spiritually is, furthering self-actualization, furthering understanding, just moving forward with development in whatever way that means. I mean, it's very loosely defined for me, but it's defined enough that a feeling of forward motion is, is the heart of it. And the reason that this is so beneficial for me is that anytime I'm in a tough emotional spot, or there's a problem, there seems to be a problem in my life, it all gets viewed through the lens of the deepest underlying directive, which is moving forward. I've said in my mind to whatever, if there is something out there or if it's just me, whatever the thing is that's doing things, the higher aspect of myself or whatever, I've directly communicated certain things from my human self to that thing, via thought. And one of those things was, I'm willing to go through painful experiences if necessary to move forward. What I really truly want, above all else, is to move forward towards whatever the end goal is here, which I believe is good. Whatever I have to do to get there, whatever pace I need to get there, I trust my higher self knows what to do with me. Whatever I have to do, whatever I have to go through, I'm willing to go through it if it moves me forward to a place of greater understanding, or a place of, just being further towards that end. That's what underlies all of this for me. And so it's helpful. It's incredibly comforting, actually, because everything that happens in my life gets filtered through that. So every single thing that happens, every significant thing that happens, anything that's painful, is used for that by me consciously as much as I can, but, in other ways that we're not privy to. And so I don't know if, I don't know if that's the ultimate goal for everyone. I would imagine it's not. I would imagine that a lot of people feel that they're here for a lot of different reasons. One of the things that I used to think was a reason I was here was to find the perfect romantic love, I felt like that was sort of why I was here. It turned out that was a mask for it was an illusion that I was going to have something provided from a relationship that I needed to learn to provide for myself. And when I did, the feeling that that's why I was here dissipated. So sometimes these things are, more illusory. I would say that if it's something in the 3D world, if it's not something about you, that may be an illusion, like it was for me. But I really don't know. For some people, they may truly feel that their purpose, and it may be, what do I know? Their purpose is to be here to be, little Johnny or little Sally's mom. That may be something that is something that people are here to do solely. I really don't know. I'm only speaking from my own perspective about this, but this is incredibly comforting because, and not only that, but if you have this underlying, chief directive in your life, then you can, it's like you can cross-reference whatever the 3D thing or surface thing is that's bothering you, or the troubling event in your life, and look at it through the lens of this directive and say, how is this, how am I seeing this incorrectly? How does this thing jibe with the underlying directive? Do these things even make sense? Like, is this directly in conflict with this? If so, this thing that's in conflict probably is a mask for something else. It's probably, it's probably something that needs to be dealt with on a deeper level than in the 3D by manipulating the 3D. I hope that made sense. These things are hard to articulate. Anyway, the whole point of that was to say that you may have no idea what yours is. You may have never really thought about life in those terms or anything like that. And so this is just to run an idea by, because, sometimes you hear something and a few years later, you're sitting there, you remember something, and bam, there it is. You have an insight, you have an understanding that you didn't have before. And that's why I'm talking about this, but you could also sit there with yourself and just clear your mind and allow it to come to you. That is generally how I get all the answers for everything in my life, is just being quiet and sort of allowing the gut feeling, which I don't even think is the right way to describe it. Everything that we describe comes through these human physical terms, but there's just something that you can feel in your body that if you just be quiet and allow it to articulate itself to you, you'll understand, these things that right now you just might have no clue about. And of course, you can always intend to know about it. You can do all those things at once, actually. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that today because I've been having some experiences lately where I have been so thankful that I have this, belief about why I'm here or whatever. I have this orientation towards my life that is sort of uses everything to move forward, because it's so comforting, when you have a problem, or when you have, something that's bothering you. For me, it's almost always just some dumb thing. I need to make a video about what this dumb thing was that brought on all this thought about this. But it can be really illuminating when you look at something that you're believing is a problem and you say, like for me, I have this surface level physical issue and it's really bothering me. And now I want to intend for a solution to this physical problem. And then, then I say, yeah, but does this really how does this fit in with moving forward? How does this fit in with self-actualizing? How does it, it turns out that maybe I don't actually need a solution to this surface problem. What I actually need to do is solve this other problem that, is the thing causing the desire for this 3D thing. It's this underlying thing that's actually the thing I need to be addressing, not this 3D seeming problem. If you're looking at everything from a personal development standpoint, it can sort of shine a light on the things you think are problems in your life and show you that they're really not. It's really just a projection of something in you that needs to change. And this is something that I've been seeing a lot recently from something that I've been dealing with for the last few months. I think I'll make a different video about that. Anyway, I hope that that helped somebody with something. Have a great day.